Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be why you gave them so many chances. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So in the narcissistic abusive relationship, usually people who are not the narcissist give the narcissist so many chances. Because these people, and I'm certain you were one of them, I was definitely one of them, we look past the red flags. We don't trust our instincts or intuition, and we give them mulligans, we give them passes, we give them other chances to improve their poor behavior. That's one part of it. Another part of it is many of us were caught up in the trauma bond, the most challenging part of the relationship to break. To break the trauma bond, it will take a lot of courage, patience, resilience, fortitude, strength, and commitment. But you will do it. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. Now, having said that, many times when you were in a relationship, you would continue to give to a fault. Perhaps you were a people pleaser. Perhaps you couldn't say no, the strongest word in the English language. You most likely didn't have boundaries. You lost your sense of self to the narcissist. You lost your identity to the narcissist. You became a shell of yourself. And what you were doing is you were tolerating poor behavior. You were listening to verbal abuse, experiencing financial abuse, mental abuse, perhaps even physical, etc., etc. But when you were in that relationship, you kept on giving them more and more chances. You kept on giving them more and more opportunities to improve and to change. And what you would do, or you would try to do, is have communication with them. Now remember, when you're communicating with the narcissist, that is not a two-way street. The narcissist usually will discount or not listen to anything that you were trying to share with them when you were in the relationship with them, because they didn't want you to ever figure out who they were. They didn't want you to look behind the mask. They didn't want to work with you. They wanted to work against you, and they wanted to blow up that relationship that you were a part of. And they're trying to blow up virtually any relationship they encounter, because at their core, the narcissist is weak. They're shallow, they're hollow. There's nothing to these people. They need to take from unsuspecting people, or from people who haven't broken the trauma bond and people who haven't healed. And these people are in very, very vulnerable positions, because many of them don't even know what narcissism is. Many of them don't know that the narcissistic abusive cycle is a part of the relationship that they are currently in or were in. That is why you are one of the fortunate ones. You have acquired the wisdom. You're in the community, you're on the channel, you're paying it forward, you're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered, and you're understanding that you are the priority, that you come first, second, and third. But you no longer are giving the narcissist other chances. You no longer are giving anybody other chances unless you want to. When you were in that relationship, you gave the narcissist everything and more. You worked as hard as you could for the narcissist, for the relationship. You were repairing all of the damage that they were inflicting, not only to you, but to the relationship with you and the relationships around you. That's why, imagine, if you will, you were on a boat in the ocean and it was just you and the narcissist. Well, you were trying to get that boat headed to shore or headed in one direction. The narcissist was continuously poking holes in the boat, hoping it would capsize with you in it. Of course, they wouldn't be in it when it capsized, and the reason why that would be is because they would have another boat coming along, i.e. the new supply, and they would jump ship from your boat onto the new supply's boat. And the new supply, again, they're either a person who hasn't healed, or they are a new person who hasn't figured out what narcissism is yet, or they're a toxic person themselves. They're one of three people. But what I will mention to you is they wanted that boat to capsize. They wanted you to not exist. They did not want you to figure out who they were. And that is why when you were catching on so frequently in the relationship with them, you would try to have adult conversations with them. You would try to have healthy, two-way, stable communication with them. You never got that. What you got was smoke and mirrors. What you got was, yeah, we can talk about it later, or I don't want to discuss that, or I'm busy, or I have to go boil an egg, or let me go clean out the linen closet from 30 years ago. You would never get the attention that you were craving. You would never get the direction that you were searching for. You would never get the answers to the questions you had. That's why when you're in the devaluation stage in the narcissistic abusive cycle, or when you're in the cycle overall, you are really in a very, very precarious situation, because you weren't taught Narcissism 101 in school. That's number one. Number two, you didn't know how you got there. Number three, the person you were looking to communicate with, the person you were giving all the chances to, was the one person that would not want you to receive the answers. They did not want you to figure out what was going on. So when you're looking towards another person as a person that you trust and you love and you respect and you think that they have your best interest at heart, when you're looking to them for answers, or you're looking to them for solutions, or you want to find some common ground with them, and they are your arch enemy, they are your worst nightmare, when that happens, you really don't know what's going on, because you can't wrap your head around the fact that the person who told you that they loved you, let's say in the beginning when you met them, they're now not even willing to talk to you. They're now giving the silent treatment. They're blame shifting you. They're gaslighting you. They're triangulating you. They're instilling or administering the smear campaign with you and virtually any relationship that you were a part of or are a part of. You see, these are the narcissistic tactics. These are the tools that the narcissist wears around the belt on their waist. There are so many different definitions in the glossary on the narcissistic abusive cycle to understand, to wrap your head around, and to process, and to realize that these terms and definitions are in place for a reason, because they're meant to give you information to couple that with your real life experience, which equals wisdom. When you get the wisdom on the narcissistic abusive cycle, you stop giving them chances. This is when something pivotal will shift within you. This is when you'll have a massive light bulb moment and you will see the narcissist in a different light. You will not see them in a romantic way or pining for them or thinking that they're vulnerable or they do miss you or they can change, etc. You will look at them as if they are the gum on the sidewalk. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is real about the narcissist. The gum on the sidewalk analogy, by the way, that is what the narcissist is. They're less than that. They're actually a piece of dirt beneath your shoe. And they know it, I know it, and you know it. The thing is, when the narcissist crumbled you up like a sheet of paper and threw you away on the freeway, they did not think that you would heal. They did not think that you would figure out what narcissism was. They did not think you would see behind the mask, and they certainly did not think you would go no contact, block them, delete them, remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them. Now, if you can't do that, I understand. Utilize gray rock, become dull and boring, but get off the radar of the narcissist and stop, and I do mean, and I repeat, stop giving them chances. The chances that you were giving them, every time you gave them another opportunity to enter your life or to go back for another round of the relationship that was deteriorating more and more, every time you did that, they were looking at you as weaker and weaker. And they were saying, yep, this person, who probably was you, but maybe not, this person isn't strong enough. They know that something's wrong. They know they need to get away from me, but they don't know what I am. So as long as they will continue to give me chances, by the way, I'm the narcissist. In real life, I'm not, I'm just acting like it. But as long as they continue to give me chances, I will continue to seize these opportunities, and I will continue to press on that gas pedal of abuse. I will continue to manipulate them. I will continue to devalue them. I will continue to dip them in the deep end of destruction, and I'll keep them spinning around in that cycle of emotions, on that roller coaster in the hamster wheel that never seems to stop. I will stay living in their mind rent-free, and I will continue to abuse them any way I possibly can, because I need to regulate myself. I cannot regulate myself on my own. That's why I have 3 smartphones. That's why I need an unpaid helper. That's why I need a walking apology. That's why I need a sounding board. That's why I need somebody to abuse. Those are the words of the narcissist. Now I'm getting back to being me. Fortunately, I'm not a narcissist. I have a high level of empathy. My hope is you are both the same as me. You aren't the narcissist, and if you are, please remove yourself from the community. And if you have a high level of empathy, you should be very proud of yourself, because not everybody has empathy. Flip it for a minute. Many people don't even have the ability to love. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying there are people on the planet that don't even know what it's like to love. And these people are shallow and hollow. And again, that's just the way they are. There's nothing that you can do about that. You can't change them. You can't give them a magic pill or wave a magic wand or pay for a course for them to heal. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen anytime soon. What is going to happen is they're going to get worse and worse over time. And they're going to feel more and more entitled. They're going to feel more and more like they can take advantage of any opportunity that is presented to them to lay on more abuse. This is why when you were in the relationship, you kept on giving to a fault. You probably were a people pleaser, and you didn't know what you know now. Remember, when you were in the relationship, you didn't have any idea what you were up against. You just thought that the person who turned out to be a narcissist was having a bad hour, day, week, month, year, decade, or life. But as you got closer and closer to these people, the narcissist that is, their behaviors got worse and worse, because they knew more and more about you, and they knew who you were. They sized you up and figured it out, how much empathy you had and how many resources they had that they could take from you. And when you don't know what kind of person you're in a relationship with, i.e. a narcissist, and you keep on giving them chances, they will take any chance you give them, and they will throw it right back in your face. and they will blame you for anything they did or didn't do. And they will blame shift you for anything they did or didn't do, or they will dump responsibility on you for the ending of the relationship or for why the relationship broke or ended, etc. Side note, pro tip, remember, each and every narcissistic relationship, it does have an expiration date. You may think otherwise, it's not the case. If you really want to drill it down, every relationship on the planet has an expiration date. But this channel and this community is about narcissistic abuse and the awareness and the cycle. So focusing on breaking free from the narcissist, you need to understand that relationship was going to break one way or the other. Either you were going to end it yourself and remove yourself from the relationship and stop giving them chances, or they were going to discard you because your supply source had run out, and you didn't have what you used to have in the tank to give them any longer, meaning your assets dried up, your money dried up, your health took a hit, your network took a hit, your status took a hit, your belief in yourself took a hit. They looked at you and said, wow, this person, which was you at one point, and it certainly was me, this person was such high value when I met them, and look what I did. I infiltrated their life. I had them fall in love with me, maybe even marry me, or maybe even relocate or go into business with me. And what did I do? I almost exterminated them. I took everything I possibly can from them. They never even knew it. And then what did I do? I laughed right in their face, and I just drifted off, slithered away, if you will, into the darkness onto the new supply. And I was hoping that this person would never even heal or make it through the cycle. That's what the narcissist was thinking. That's why you don't give them chances. That's why you do block them. That's why you don't let them know anything about you. Not your hair color, not who you're seeing, not what book you're reading, not if you're meditating, nothing. They shouldn't know anything about you. They shouldn't have the privilege of listening to your voice. They shouldn't have the luxury of peeking and spying on you on social media. And we already know by now that the narcissist, whether you know it or not, if you are on social media, they're crawling all over social media, spying on not only your social media, but other people's social media, because they're always comparing supply sources from the past, from the present, and who potentially could be a supply source in the future. And when they fall into these relationships, or let me rephrase that, when they line up people and groom them to enter the relationship with the narcissist, what the narcissist is really looking for is somebody who doesn't know their value or their worth, someone who is naive, someone who doesn't have boundaries, and someone who is a very high value person that they can take from to make themselves feel good and to eventually crumble that person up like a sheet of paper on the freeway and throw them away. This is the cycle. It's in a loop. It just continues to go around and around and around. And the whole idea for this video, and virtually every video I create, is to empower you, to let you understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third, and there should be no room in your life for a toxic, narcissistic person any longer. Specifically, once you've identified what narcissism is and how it affected you for a period of time. That is why you really, on the healing path, you really must become small. Get off the radar of the narcissist, protect yourself, insulate yourself, stay in the cocoon of boundaries, heal, meditate, journal, see a therapist, watch videos, write, heal childhood wounds, etc. Do whatever you need to do, but do your best to not be in communication with the narcissist. Another side note, pro tip here, is if the narcissist blocked you, you still need to block them. And the reason why, again, very remedial bit of information here, is if the narcissist blocked you on any platform or your phone or whatever, you still need to block them, because if you don't block them, then they're in control and they can pop up and rear their ugly head in the future and they can unblock you and try to hoover you. That's why you must take action. If not now, when? Don't bank on somebody coming to your door like a white knight in shining armor and saying, hey, I'm here to rescue you. I'm here to save the day. That didn't happen with me, and it certainly won't happen with you. Tough pill to swallow, but the truth of the matter is you need to understand, stop giving people that don't deserve chances more chances. The second thing is stop giving the narcissist any energy. The third thing is stop thinking the narcissist will change. They can't. They only get worse over time. And the fourth thing is understand that your energy, your time, your money, your love, your empathy, your soul, everything about you is priceless. And the narcissist wanted to take this and more from you. They wanted to have an energetic exchange with you to steal your beautiful, bright, shining light and to dump all their toxicity into you. And again, they did not want you to break the trauma bond. They did not want you to heal. They did not want you to find the third version of yourself, but that's what you've done, or that's what you're doing, or that's what you're about to do. That is why so frequently on the channel, I suggest for people to really get the message. Do something positive for yourself today. Even if you're still in the relationship with the narcissist, say it's your mom or dad and you have to live with them, well, try to have an exit plan. Try to know that where you are today is not where you'll be tomorrow. But understand, giving them chances over and over and over again, they're not going to improve. If you look at the body of the relationship of the person you were thinking about when you were in the narcissistic relationship, think about when you first met them, how it all appeared to be puppies and rainbows and unicorns and butterflies. And think about how that relationship deteriorated over time, despite the fact that you were the glue that kept that relationship together, that you were the person who was giving everything you had, and the narcissist was giving you zero. Understand that message, and then think about how that relationship ended. It probably ended with a thud, a crash, a bang. You probably were discarded, and it probably came out of left field. Maybe you tried to put up a boundary, and next day the moving van was there. Who knows? What I'm sharing with you is, once you've identified what narcissism is and how it affected you for a period of time in your life, you need to really stop giving people so many chances. Not just with the narcissist, but with toxic people, with energy vampires, with people who are calling you up on a Friday night after you just worked 15 hours at your job and you got home, you haven't even had dinner yet, you're stuck in traffic for 2 hours, and now this person wants to zap your energy from 2 or 3 hours because they, even though they're not working and they're not providing for themselves, what they do is they just need someone to bounce things off of and to dump into. That's an energy vampire. Next thing you know, it's midnight on a Friday night. You haven't gotten any food in your belly. You just were on the work job for 15 hours, 2 hours coming home commuting, and now 3 hours has been zapped by an energy vampire. That's 20 hours of your day gone, and that rolls into Saturday, and then it rolls into Sunday, and here we go, Monday, the workday begins. This is why we need to understand, do not give people chances that don't deserve them, and the narcissist is at the top of that list. Back then when you were in the relationship, you did not know what you know now. Now that you know what you know, you really need to understand something. You need to be fortunate and grateful and blessed that you're out of the relationship and that you are healing and or you have healed. And now you realize that you are so important and needed and cherished and loved and honored and respected on this planet. Not by the narcissist, but by me and by the community. We need you. We need you. We want you. We want you breaking free from the chains of the toxicity of the narcissistic relationship. I want you to not give anybody another chance ever again. If they're even 1% a toxic person, remove yourself. Understand the message. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. The message for this video before I close it is not giving the narcissist any more chances. So an example here would be, let's say that you've gone back to them, they've hoovered you, you accepted, and my hope is you didn't, but if you did, really get the message. The narcissist is simply trying to see if you've healed or if you've gotten the light bulb moment, which means you've understood that they are a narcissist and you want nothing to do with them. Understand this. I keep on saying the same words over and over in videos to reinforce with you that you have the power. The narcissist needs an energy source, but that energy source cannot, should not, and will not be you going forward. Understand what I'm telling you. That's why you need to go no contact, etc. But the narcissist can't change. They only get worse over time. They only deteriorate. They are sinking ships. And just like that boat analogy I gave you in the beginning of the video, the truth of the matter is once the narcissist is off to the new supply or not in your boat, you can patch up that boat. You can look to the shore. You can paddle or row or oar yourself way back to land and back to sanity and back to humanity and back to civility. And in that boat will be you. It will become a boat of healing with no holes in it. It won't be capsizing. It won't have a toxic narcissist in it. It will be a boat of abundance, a boat of possibilities, a boat of growth, and a boat of your life. Understand what I'm sharing with you. I love you all. God bless you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to give you a quick view of the sun. I think I can do it. There you go. There's the beautiful sun. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.